Alright, so we're going to open up and disassemble this Acer Spin model SP513-52N-552K. So this one, the charger tip, I don't know how, but the plastic piece broke off inside, and I can't really reach it from outside, so we're going to see what we can do. I might have to try with some glue or something, but we're going to try opening this up and see if there's any access to it from the inside. So first we're just going to remove all the screws. They are PH1 or JIS1 screws. Alright, just remove all of them. Try and keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shapes, and lengths. Okay, if you have any USB things, just take them out. Make sure your computer is also shut down. Alright, so we're going to remove all these screws. There's 4 along the back where the hinges are. There's 4 along the middle. Getting a call right now, but I'm gonna have to ignore it. That's not my customer calling me. Looks like the center screws are shorter and thinner, so again, make sure that you do keep the screws in order. You might have to pause the video and then restart it because the customer is calling, I think, but we'll see. If they call a second time in a row, I'll have to pick it up. Okay, there's 4 along the bottom here as well. And these are also thinner, shorter screws. So again, you don't want to mix them all up. Uh-oh, I think they're calling me. Hold on, I'll be back. Alright, that was, I guess, somebody else calling me, so I will just continue, and I will call them back when I'm done. They can hopefully wait. Alright. Again, remove these last 4. Make sure you use good pressure when undoing these screws. You don't want to strip them out, and then you won't be able to remove them at all. I'm going to try with a suction cup just because this surface is so smooth. But it doesn't look like it wants to come out that way, so I'm definitely going to have to pry it up. There's also a battery or CMOS reset button here that you can press with a little needle if you want. Usually if your computer's not turning on, you'll use that, but this doesn't have that issue, so I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, I'm going in from the back just because I saw a gap there. It looks like it's easy to pop up that way. Alright, just like this. Okay, the front is holding in really strong. There we go. So I pulled the cover over that way and it looked like it popped up. It's pretty dusty inside, so it looks like there are some clips here. So depending on your computer, you might not have been able to pop it up that way. I'm going to clean all of this up. I'm going to see about removing this charge port and I'll be back. It's pretty dusty, so I'm going to clean that first. Okay. Alright, so I'm back. It was really dusty inside, cleaned it all out. Anyways, I'm going to do a quick look inside and then also go straight to the charge port since that's what the customer brought it in for. But here you can see there's a connector here for this board on the side. That's for the volume buttons, the battery indicator, the power indicator, as well as the reset button and the USB port here. CMOS battery connects right up here, it looks like. They coil it underneath the wireless card. Sorry, I know it's a little bit blurry. You got a M.2 SATA SSD right here, so if you wanted to upgrade to a SATA SSD, you can. There's just 1 screw. Pops up slightly and you can pull it back. Got the keyboard connector underneath here with the wings to disconnect it. You pull it down. Battery connector here. Battery model, if you need it, is AP150 or O. I think that's the letter O, 5L. Okay, so that's the battery model number. Everything else appears to be part of the motherboard. You got the charge port here we can disconnect. You got the LCD LVDS connector. If you disconnect this, make sure you press and hold the power button after disconnecting the battery. Do that for about 10 to 15 seconds just to drain any power. CPU is soldered to the board. The fan you can remove. There's 1 screw here and the connector is right there. Got the speaker connector here. And that's pretty much all there is in here that I'm going to show. Oh, keyboard backlight, and then you got also like the trackpad connectors and stuff under there. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to show in there. We're going to go ahead and see if we can fix the charge port now. So I'm going to pull this connector out by the wings just like that, It looks like it'll be easier if I undo the hinge screws, so I'm going to do that. So usually for the hinge screws, I like to add some thread locker afterwards just to make it easier or make it hold the hinge better. So I'm going to open this very slightly. You want to be careful since the hinge is no longer held down, and then slightly let it drop down. Okay, it looks like this hinge screw is underneath the LCD LVDS connector, so you want to be very careful. I'm going to just try and pull this out just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to wiggle this up. It looks like the customer might have actually destroyed the charge port completely. I'm going to use a tool to try and lift this out, but yeah, I think the charge port's completely destroyed because it is popping out from inside here. So I am going to have to replace this charge port, but you should be able to just lift this charge port out just like that. Just had to keep wiggling it, and there we go. But here's the part, and here you can see they actually broke the charge port. There's some broken piece of plastic in there. Yeah, so I am going to have to order a replacement charge port for them. Hopefully they didn't short it, because there's this metal pin here that looks like it, that looks like it got bent and it's touching the center pole, which isn't good. But yeah, anyways, I have to tell them we have to replace that charge port. But it looks like other than that, that's pretty much all there is. You probably don't have to actually remove this to replace the charge port. The main thing is just being able to pull this part far enough. Okay, so anyways, that's all there is. I'm going to put some thread locker on those two screws and put them back in. And then we basically just have to put it back together. But yeah, we definitely have to replace the charge port on this model. Alright, so we're going to tighten these screws back in. There we go. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. I'm tightening this screw because this fan was kind of wobbling around. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to put the cover back on now. Alright. And then I will see you in the next video. So we can put this cover, I'm going to put this USB thing back in. Alright, let's see, if putting back the cover, I'm going to put the bottom back in first because that's what came out, and then we'll go back this way. And yeah, it looks like if you can somehow pry this side up first, it was a lot easier to take the cover off that way. So, yep, and if yours doesn't come out that way, I'm not sure what to tell you. Oh, I don't know here, this also got bent weird. But yeah, so I just used my fingernails, get under there, kind of pull this part back a little. There we go, and then you can kind of get it back up. I'm going to bend this because this metal looked like it was a little bit bent outwards. Alright. Alright, make sure I get these clips back in. And then we just put the screws back. Alright, again, that's pretty much all there is. You're welcome to stay while I put back the rest of the screws. But again, hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. Thank you for watching, and before posting a comment, if it's something about how to take apart this or anything related inside, make sure that you watch the video. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, I'll just be finishing putting back in the screws, and then I will end the video. These screws on the bottom are a little tricky because they're at a weird angle, so make sure you put good pressure. Don't let the screwdriver skip out of it too much or you can damage the screw head. Okay. Alright, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.